Hello, dear comrades. This is the story of a group of Russian soldiers selected to test some of the military's most secret experimental weapons. They were told it was an honor. It fucking wasn't. What the boys didn't know was that behind those doors, Russian military engineers had been working day and night on something so advanced, so secret, and so completely fucking mental that even Boris had signed the paperwork. And that should have been their first warning. The B-1 had successfully penetrated the enemy position. The enemy position immediately regretted this. The babushka on a stick was unstoppable. Welcome, comrades, to Experimental Weapons Division. Back at the test site, telemetry confirmed the B-1 had performed significantly better than expected. Mostly because it was still alive. Boris considered the trial a complete fucking success. For these men, this was more than weapons testing. It was duty, honor, Mother Russia. And proof that with enough vodka, steel, and complete disregard for common sense, anything can become a fucking weapon.
Everyone laughs because I am duck. Nobody laughed when Babushka landed. Never fuck with grandmother.
Americans need $10 million missile. Russia needs broom, pickles, and grandmother with bad fucking temper. For Mother Russia.
In Russia, we do not ask if weapon is safe. We ask, does it work? Babushka still has pickles. Therefore, test is fucking success.
Mother Russia does not need perfect weapon. We have something stronger. Russian people. Cold cannot break us. Fear cannot stop us. For Mother Russia, always.
Alex was Spetsnaz, sniper, reconnaissance, specialist in making difficult problems. Considerably fucking smaller.
Spetsnaz taught me patience. The boys taught me considerably more patience. I miss Spetsnaz.
News of Russia's latest experimental weapons program quickly reached Kiev, where intelligence officials were reportedly attempting to understand exactly what they had witnessed. The appearance of the B-1 Babushka system caused particular concern. Within hours, Ukrainian officials were reportedly requesting billions in additional NATO assistance to counter this terrifying new development in Russian military technology.
Please, Westerners, give me your monies. I need the monies.
While Kiev attempted to calculate the strategic implications of airborne grandmothers, NATO officials were reportedly considering their options. More ammunition, more air defense, more drones. Unfortunately for them, Russia's research department had already moved on.
Babushka was only beginning. Tomorrow we test new machine. Even Moscow does not know what the fuck it does.
So naturally, we test it.
Boris says Moscow does not know what machine does. This is not reassuring. Last time Boris said, trust me, we fired grandmother into Ukraine.
Everyone is worried about new weapon. Me? I am not worried. Boris says they will hear it from Poland. Good. Maybe Poland has fucking request.
Boris says new machine is completely safe. Boris also said this about Babushka. I trust Boris, but I stand behind Alex.
I have seen many experimental weapons. Boris explained nothing. Then he gave Sergei air protection. Sergei is fucking duck.
When I arrived here, I asked many questions. Then I met Boris. Then I met Sergei. Sergei is duck. I ask nothing now.
Boris says weapon is experimental. Everything is experimental once. If it works, Russia has new weapon. If it explodes, Boris has new experiment.
Before today, I believed missile was best weapon. I was young. I was stupid. Missile cannot make pickles. Babushka can.
Boris told me to record test. I ask, military intelligence? Nyat. Sergei has fucking YouTube channel.
And with that explanation, the boys prepared for Boris's latest test. Nobody knew exactly what the machine did. Nobody knew why it required 37 loudspeakers. And nobody could explain why Sergei had been issued industrial hearing protection. Boris described it as psychological warfare. The boys described it rather differently. Mostly by saying, "Oh, for fuck's sake."